my! My name is Jana, and this is episode 104 of Finnish Knitting Stories. Welcome back. I'm coming to you from Finland, from the southern part right by the sea. And today's Friday, I'm in my craft room and we will be talking about knitting. Yes, mostly knitting today. How have you been? I hope all is well. I had a good but very busy week, so I'm a teeny bit tired and short on time, so I'm going with last week's notes. I don't have notes. I'm being very bad podcaster. No, let's call it brave and adventurous. Okay, don't pay attention. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram as Kit2Knits and Kit2Yarns, and on Ravelry as Kit2Knits, and on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories. Let's begin. Yes. So what I'm wearing today, actually, I just realized when I sat down that I'm a bit warm. In the morning we had +5 Celsius and now it's around +10 and it's starting to get warm, and I put this quite woolly cardigan on. So I'm wearing my mini Cardi by Marie Renier that I knit last summer. Yes. And look, it's my my own name for this was Professor Caterpillar. I'm not good with V-necks, I have to tell you, and I don't know. There is something. They look nice, they are very flattering, but I don't know how to wear them. I all the time feel like I need to fix it. But I love this cardigan. It's cropped, it's rather warm because I used Finnish wool. Yellow Villa NCO as my main one, and then my own hand-dyed neon yellow boucle as stripes. Has stripes, 4 stripes, yeah. And what earrings do I have today? I have Pinio design. These are rather old, but I love them very much because you can customize them. You can change the yarns. They're little plywood skeins of yarn, yeah, and then you can add any color yarn you want to them. I have switched mine for multitude of neons. Okay. Finished objects, I guess, right? We have one. Yeah, you can see I'm not wearing any dress. Oh, by the way, the dress I forgot to mention. It's by Not Perfect Linen. Very old one. But I think they still make it. But I think they still make it. Yeah, back to the finished objects. I have one, and it's not a dress because I did not finish it. But we will talk about it in the whip section. But let's talk about my one little finished object, and it's awesome. You probably already know. It was a whip last time, and it's Cloudy Nora by Jane Morrison. It was my Easter holiday cast on, and I finished, and it's lovely. It's just what I need for this weather of about +10. Because it is a bit windy. You can see neighbor has a flag, and it's windy. Neighbor's flag tells me how windy it is. Yeah, it's quite long, but can you guess how much it weighs? It weighs 130, I don't know, 2 or 3 grams. This whole long thing, it's awesome. I love my colors. I'll get closer so you can see my little clouds. I have blocked it. It dried very quickly. I didn't even spin it in a machine. I had one modification. The pattern calls for like a purled I-cord to match these stripes, and I just did the regular I-cord because, I don't know, I just like the look more of the regular I-cord. So that's my only modification, and it's long, and I'll try to put it on. And you can wear it in many different ways because it's long and it has nice volume and it weighs nothing, but at the same time it's warm enough. Look, you can wear it like this. You can tie it. Okay, now it clashes with the cardigan, but don't look at the cardigan. Or you can even no. No, let me. I think I tried it and I could go twice around. No, now I'm doing it wrong. There. I can go twice around and make it into like a big poofy cowl. I'm sorry, I'm looking there to see what I'm doing. You can wear it like this, or you can do a lot of things with it. Anyways, it was a fun project. I definitely would recommend. I think it's one of those rare occasions when I might knit another one in more subtle colors. Or not, I don't know, but it was a lot of fun, and it knit up fairly quickly. Doesn't use a lot of yarn, and you can substitute for whatever fun yarn you have. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I like the mohair stripes. That's just single strand of silk mohair in a lace weight. So yes, this is fun. Okay, put it there. I'll put it there. That was a good project. It was fun to knit, and I think I'm gonna wear it a lot, because my spring here. My spring jackets are in a bit boring colors. Yes, I know. How did that happen? I have no idea, but I needed something to spruce them up a little bit. Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at the notes. They won't tell me what's next, but I... Calm down, woman. Still, that flu is still in my lungs, but I'm fine. I've been up and running. Let's go to my whips. Wervel. My lovely Wervel. It's almost done. The problem is I can't decide on the length. It's... Okay. We go there. It's a length of a dress, you know. It is. It's now at my knee. And I can't decide, do I want it just below the knee or still a bit longer, like till mid-calf? And I don't know, do I want it that long? Maybe not. Maybe I should just do the ribbing and call it a day, right? And then another thing, I'm not sure what happens to this yarn when I wash it. Is it gonna grow? Is it gonna shrink? It kind of has cotton in it, so I don't think it should grow a ton. Like, it shouldn't. In my head, if it has cotton, it should not grow, out of my personal experience. But I don't think it makes sense to make a swatch now when the dress is already done, right? Yeah. But the pattern is in the pink book, Neons and Neutrals, and it's a pattern of a sweater that I'm turning into a dress, and I'm so excited. I still hope we have the weather for me to wear it, at least for a short moment, so I think this is my priority. I want to finish it this weekend and then give it a good bath, and then maybe wear it next week. They are still threatening us. The Weather Channel is threatening us with another cold wave, but I hope not, because I wanna go outside and do some gardening. I have not yet been able to. Yesterday, almost got there, but we will talk about it in the knitting chat at the end. Okay. Then I have 2 new cast-ons. Oopsista. How did that happen? Oh, by the way, my husband's Star Wars sweater, I'm not showing it because it's... I'm still on that sleeve. I'm still on that cursed sleeve. It's a very long sleeve, and I've been working on it very slowly. Like, a little chunk has been added to it, but it's not very inspiring knit, but I'm powering through. Like, bit by bit. It's gonna happen eventually. So, what is this, you ask? I told you last week that I wanna knit another Lento sweater, because Jonna Helin from Line magazine, the designer of the Lento pattern, and one of the main ladies in Line Publishing, she started a Lento Love Cal, another Lento knit along. I think I've taken part in a few of those before, so I cast on another Lento. Well, I was at home, I was still feeling pretty miserable. It was scrappy Sunday, and then a scrappy Lento happened. I went into my craft room, I went into here. In here, I took a basket and I pulled all the happy yarns. All the yarns that made me happy at that given moment, and put them in a basket, and started the Lento. And guess what? I cast off. There are my yarns. No, nothing should be attached. Why is it attached? No, it's not. There are my yarns, random bits and bobs. I think most of them were hand-dyed, but there was some drops baby merino in the mix because the colors were right, and some other commercial yarns, some fluff, and it's scrappy. It's scrappy. And I cast it on Sunday, and I finished the body this morning. Ta-da, I guess. If you follow me on Instagram or you're my patron on Patreon, you have seen this before. Not finished, but you have seen the start. I have talked about it, and here is my very lovely Lento. I don't know, this just makes me happy. This makes me ridiculously happy because I get to be creative and I get to knit a very good basic pattern. There's nothing wrong with basic. And I get to paint with yarn, because this to me is painting with yarn. No, I'm not a yarn artist, I'm yarn hobbit. But I do love to play. I love to play with colors. And I'm holding 3 strands of mostly fingering throughout, sometimes one strand of fingering and... No, yes, 1 strand of fingering and 1 strand of DK, or 2 strands of fingering and 2 strands of lace. Or 2 strands of fingering and 1 strand of sport. Anyway, it varies because, you know, scrappy. And throughout, I'm holding 1 strand of drops baby merino and then 2 strands of whatever colorful stuff I had. And I had multiple of these balls in different shades of pink. And then I went from the lightest, you can see there, it's like starts at the powder color. I'm not sure, does it really read as a bit of a like fade or a gradient? Like it's going from lighter to darker, it's a very subtle change because only one of the yarns is all the time getting darker. And then other 2 are completely random. Sorry, some fluff on my nose. So just take it in. Just take in this madness, this color madness. I don't know, this definitely reads spring to me, and I'm very happy with it. It has some weight to it because, you know, 3 strands of fingering. I'm using the suggested needle size, which is 6mm and 4mm. I'm sorry, I have fluff everywhere. And I'm knitting size 3. I want to say 3. I went with 3 because that's my usual size. I think I have 1 Lento in size 2, and it doesn't quite have enough positive ease for my taste. Not sure has anything changed, because I have heard from people that the digital pattern has had some changes in it and that the raglan looks different. Not sure, was there any change with the sizes, but I'm knitting from the magazine because I have that magazine and I have not bought the digital version. So yes, if you have the issue number, I want to say 11 of Line magazine, it's in that, or you can get it separately on Line page or Ravelry, or yeah, I don't know where else, somewhere. But I think this is very happy Lento. You know I love scrappy. Scrappy is my thing. It's what makes my heart happy. Yeah. I think you can have a good wearable scrappy project. I'm a true believer in that, and I like to prove it that scrappy doesn't have to be shabby or like bad taste or... Yes. I wanted a scrappy sweater for a long time. Because I don't think I have like... No, I don't have a scrappy sweater. I have scrappy cardigans and a dress and some other things, but no, I do not have a sweater. Do I? If I do, let me know. Then I have forgotten my own knit wardrobe. Okay, no, let's put it here. Let's just put it here that we can admire the colors. So yeah, I need to do the sleeves next, and I can't decide do I want them matchy or not. What do you think? Matching sleeves, that both sleeves are the same, or mismatched sleeves? I usually do mismatched, except I think once on some... Was it my garter modeler where I did matching sleeves? Don't remember, but somewhere I have done matching sleeves, and it was fun as well. You just take your scrap, cut it in half, and separate it in 2 balls, so not a rocket science, but I'm not sure. Should they be matching or not? Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay. And then another totally accidental cast on happened when... It's gonna be a long story. Get comfy. So, I was driving from work yesterday. I've had a it's a bit of a knit and chat sprinkled before the last whip. I was driving from work yesterday. I had a long day. I was dyeing some yarn, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go and clean the flower bed in front of the house because it has finally melted. There is no ice on it, there is no snow on it, the weather has been nice whole day, and I was really looking forward that I would go and start cleaning the outside because we still have snow in the parts of the yard, but most of it is clear and it has been drying a little bit, so it's not just a swamp. Like you can start cleaning the places after winter. And I was so excited that yes, I can finally do that. Get the yard a bit in order. And guess what? I was halfway home and it started raining, and I was like, really? Seriously? Okay, let's not get upset, let's get excited because I get more knitting time. So yeah, I was on the sofa browsing my phone, and then something popped up. A magical new pattern release. And I was like, okay, I'm going shopping. So I bought a pattern. I bought a pattern. I will show you. I have cast it on, and then I'll tell you what it is. We will play a guessing game again, because why not? I love those. I cast it on this morning with my morning coffee. Okay. Can you guess what it is? Maybe it's a thimble. Maybe it's a mini skirt for your finger, or a very tiny mouse, or no. No. Well, it's a mushroom. I know it doesn't look like much because it's the first part of the first mushroom. There are gonna be 3 of them. So Sarah, the queen of all gnomes, imagined landscapes, she released a wee mushroom trio pattern. I'll put the picture here. And of course I had to get it. I just saw it and okay, this is right up my alley, because last week I showed you my mushroom tea house. No, that came out wrong. Tea house, mushroom, whatever, fairy house, and a tea cozy. And by the way, thank you so much for all the love. I think a lot of you were also very excited about my whimsical creation, so thank you for all the lovely comments. I still haven't managed to like them all. Well, it's been a busy week, but yeah. I saw the pattern and I bought it. By the way, for a while it's still -50. It's -50 for a while with a code that you can find in Sarah's description. In the pattern description there is a code. I'm talking very fast. I think my brain is a bit tired, and I cast on wee bit mushroom. And that's what I'm gonna do this weekend. So I bought a mushroom pattern, and they're so cute. I just had to, right? I had to. And by the way, there is also mystery gnome along coming again, and I have bought that pattern as well because this time it comes with a twist. This time Sarah used self-striping yarn for the gnome, and I have quite a bit of that. I have some leftovers from socks. And, you know, I'm not a huge sock knitter, so chances are very slim that I'm gonna knit them into socks. So why not to use some of it for knitting a gnome? So I'm gonna be in with all of that. Okay, let's now go to knit and chat, because I don't know, do I have anything else? No, yes, one more thing, dream knitting. dream knitting, I've been thinking about my summer knits. And I realized that I'm missing one little bit from my summer wardrobe. Okay, I want to finish Helen tunic top from Wervel that I started quite a while ago, and it's still not done for some reason. I don't know why. It's a lovely pattern and I don't have much left. I will finish that. And then I know that I need a new very cropped cardigan. Just something very light, very cropped to throw over dresses, because we are in Finland and summer, most of the summer is probably not gonna be too warm. Because when it's about 20, you need a little bit of something on top of your linen dresses. So I have my trusty old, what is it, Vaaka cardigan that I love dearly, but it doesn't go with all of my dresses because it's a bit long. I actually brought it here and we can do well-loved knits. Well-loved knits because I have loved this to bits, and now it's been all wrinkled in my wardrobe. Okay. I have loved this a lot and I have knit it a lot, and armpit needs some fixing. And it has peeled a little bit on the sides where I have a bag usually. There is it's a strand of sock merino and no, one stripe is a sock merino and the other stripe is silk mohair, and you can see a teeny bit of peeling on one side where my bag rubs against it, but nowhere else pretty much. So yeah, I love this very much, but it is a bit long. It ends on my hip, and this is cropped, but I wanted, see, it's not very flattering when your dress is bulky. I want some kind of cardigan that would end here. Oh? See, it would be so much better. And I've been looking at, now I'm regretting not having notes, at Felix or Helix? Helix cardigan? I'll put it on a screen. It's knit in that very thin Le Bien-Aimé yarn, the original one. But I've seen some people have knitted in some other yarn as well. And Felix cardigan. No, Helix cardigan. You can see the name on the screen, yes. And I want to do a very cropped version, because there are again two versions, short and long. Like, yeah, longer. And I want to do that very short version and probably the round neck, not the v-neck, because I struggle with v-necks. It's very nice though, but yeah. So that one. And the color. I have chosen the color. I'm not yet casting on because I have time. I think I have time. Should probably cast it on. We will see. But I decided to go even bolder this time with the color. Can you guess the color of my cardigan that I want to wear with all my linen dresses? And not linen, just generally. All my summer dresses. It's blowing out. Okay, you think, oh, but don't you have a Vaaka in that color? No, I don't. I have Vaaka in this color. Can you see how much more intense this is? Because if I get it closer, it just blows up. Oh, there. See, this is Vaaka, and this feels crazy neon. But then, yeah. So basically, this is about 4 times stronger shade than this. But it is very similar shade. Just 4 times stronger. And it's my own hand-dyed. And the color name is Overjoyed. I don't know why I'm looking at the label. I know my own colors. Because I have Frozen Watermelon, I have Joy, and this is double from the Joy, so it's Overjoyed. Double strength from Joy. So technically you can fade all those 3 into each other and make something nice. Some extra fluff. And this is sport weight, because I looked at the gauge on that pattern and I was thinking that maybe I could pull it off with a sport weight, because I'm really not looking for, I don't want to knit a full cardigan in fingering weight. No. But the sport. It's still thin enough, and it's merino. It's super wash, so it shouldn't be too hot. Now, if this is not too hot, this should be fine as well. Okay, so those are my knitting plans. Someday, someday. But yes, I've had a very intense week, but good. Nothing bad has happened. I've been up and running. Monday was still a bit droopy, and I felt very tired, and still feeling a bit tired in the evenings and can't stay up long, but that's just my body needs time to recover. But it was some nasty virus. The first day I went back to work and tried to dye some yarn, it just felt like my lungs are filling with fluid, like couldn't breathe, but then it went away. So you just move a bit more, cough up a couple of fur balls, and yeah, you're good to go. Okay, now I'm talking nonsense. I don't have anything to knit on. Yeah. Terrible, right? Empty hands syndrome is not good. I need... there. There. Clucky always helps. Clucky understands. So, I don't know what else. What else? Really nothing much has been happening around here. Work, home, not yet gardening. Very much looking forward to it, but not yet. Recovering from being unwell. I have grand evening plans. Evening and weekend plans of cleaning the house. And maybe finally going outside to do something. There is still some wood that needs to be piled. Stacked. Trying also to take it easy. So have been knitting and enjoying myself a bit more than probably should have, but yeah. The house has been neglected for 2 weeks. That needs to be fixed. You know, right? I live with a house full of animals and they can't clean up after themselves. They try, but yeah. Well, what else, Clucky? What's up with you, Cluck? How are you doing? How are your baby chicklets? Are they giving you trouble? They are. I don't know. Do I have anything else? Not sure. Probably not. So I'll just say bye for now. Because really, thinking, give me a moment. Do I have anything else? Blank. Spring in my head. Instead, which is much better than last week. Last week it was snot. Now it's spring. I think I'm just tired. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Let's go, Clucky. I know I say it every time, but we're gonna go and have a cup of coffee. You should too. I shouldn't encourage. Caffeine is not good for you. But it's so delicious. Okay, maybe I should have a cup of tea instead. From my lovely teapot that has a tea cozy on it. Yeah. Okay, let's go, Clucky. Let's go and have a coffee before I head out because I'm going to work. So, thank you so much for being here with me. And yes, another silly episode and another silly day here in our forest corner. But take care, knit a lot, and I'll see you next week. Hey, bye. Bok bok.